Hello, hello, the Silver Gauntlets. Welcome to more Triforce Blitz coverage. It is time for more quarterfinals. It is the first quarterfinal race between Ramond and Alexis, and here to tell you all about it are Chuckles and Matt. Folks, how are you?
Hi.
Hello. Hey, Chuckles. What's up?
Welcome to OoTR, where we have to collect some Triforce pieces. I know this game mode.
Do you?
I think so, anyway. Well, we've got chat here to help us anyway, so it's all right. We've got Alexis versus Ramond today, two giants of the OoTR community. Alexis, not a stranger to the Silver Gauntlets, being the Challenge Cup winner of last time. And Ramond, just a very good runner. Multi-world champion as well, recent multi-world champion.
Yeah, also the losing finalist of last year, season 1. Knocked out Favio in the previous round. Favio won last year. So I would actually say that Ramond is the slight favorite over Alexis, although the seedings do not reflect that.
No. Well, I was thinking, are you going to be rooting for Alexis today? Because Alexis beat a certain person who might have knocked you out.
I'm not salty about it anymore. I just want to see a good race where the runners make good decisions and then a close finish. That's what I'm hoping for.
That's a very nice way of putting that.
And of course, always hope for the game to free, no matter what. So.
Oh, absolutely. Is this game one?
I think this is game 1.
Yeah, sounds good. I think looking at the numbers here, Ramon's definitely played more races since the Triforce Blitz category was made, and 13 wins out of those 19s. That's a significant amount of victories, and I guess like Alexis is 6 of 7 as well. So pretty good stats there.
Yeah, I've seen a race or two by Ramond, and I think he really understands his game mode pretty well. I don't see him do very weird stuff or checks that he shouldn't do. Alexis had a bit of trouble again in one of the seats against Velvet. I saw only one of them. Yeah, it's gonna be a great race, but two great execution runners. So 10 seconds to start.
I feel like Ramond has been grinding a lot of Triforce Blitz, and Alexis is just kind of, the genius that he is at this game, just slots in and still is able to play at such a high level. So this will be a really fun match. Oh my god, we start at the Temple of Time? It's a vanilla spawn. I'm joking.
Let's see the numbers. 1, 110-6. Jabu to courage. Oh boy.
Ooh, 126 Jabu to courage. So that makes Letter and Boomerang definitely 2 of those 6. I actually said at the start, you're going to be doing the logic and I'm going to be making the joke. So I don't know what I'm doing. Am I right?
Yeah, we for sure we'll need Rudolph's Letter and the Boomerang for Wisdom or Courage, because power is only 1, of course. So yeah, we'll see which path it ends up being.
Yeah, Shannock's right. Jabu, not foolish. And Ethereum said that as well. Absolutely. What is this game?
So, Chat, you should know that Chuckles and I have some history. We always joke about doing the Chuckles route in CAC.
That's true.
We have a Song of Time now, so we could go to Graveyard first. And then
You literally could. That would be an absolutely viable play. And if it was a Nocturne start, then Matt wouldn't have played Nocturne and would have walked all the way there. And was like,
100%.
oh no.
Same for any other warp song that gets you another song immediately.
Go with 0 strength.
Strength is nice. I can see those runners take it to DC after they finish the Emperor race.
Oh, what was that hint? I missed that one.
Fire Temple Foolish. You love to see it.
Yeah.
No need to collect hearts. If you're a good runner.
Which these two are? Ooh.
And the hammer, wow.
Sphere Zero hammer. So some early items here, and that hammer, of course, not going to be useful for the foolish fire temple that we just found.
I really hate this jump. It never works for me.
Yeah, you either get it first time or it just takes an age.
But they have Song of Time, so it's in logic, right?
Hey, it's not League Season 3.
Oh, I didn't even know there was a season where that was actually a trick that was turned off.
I think that I'm not actually. Yes, that was one of the tricks that was turned off for the early leagues. Netharian says neither player buys a shield, and that's because that's a bad play, Netharian. That's bad runners make those plays.
I mean, they can get another 20 in Temper race. Maybe there's a purple rupee there. They might go to DC after. If they find some juice, they can grind some more money there. Plenty of ways to find a shield early.
By the way, buying a shield early is not a bad play. It's only bad if you're Netharian.
Yeah, I like to just gamble that you will find either money or just wait until Child 1 to buy the shield.
Yeah, because Child 1's a good opportunity for you to do that before the slingshot game, if you decide to do the slingshot game, that is. But yeah, having it's not even the Stalfos to me. It's like Ganondorf, like Phantom Ganon, is a really naff buff to do.
Wow, Ramond skipping the Temper race here, which is pretty ballsy.
He's got a lot of items. He's got the hammer. We've got power being 1, and with that spear 0 strength as well. DC won't be the one piece unless it is the one on top of the bridge. It's a possibility.
Yeah, my thoughts were that with Song of Time, it's actually you're losing less time to do the Temper race because you can just exit at the other end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Still, Ramond still opts to skip, so that's going to be very important right now.
Would you do DC in the spot, like kind of knowing that only one check that you have available to you will be a piece?
I think I would. I don't know. It's hard to say. I can also see going river. Going for the hint is also still a very good play. Very much depends on playstyle here.
Yeah, it's almost like in this situation, you've got one path hint that's bad at the moment because you can't do Jabu to courage. So it might be like pushing hints would be really powerful in this instance. Get some direction. And both runners are going to get 2 different hints here. One in DC, one at the Colossus.
Yeah, I've seen many Triforce Blitz seeds where just rushing hints and don't do anything else just gets you the victory over anyone who does extra stuff.
Oh, okay. Zora's River to power. Oh, that's a good hint.
It's actually a good hint, and I think Ramond should go back for it. He also has Requiem, so he can set time of day back to the day anytime he wants.
Good point, yeah. Alexis getting this in, which is inside Ganon's castle to wisdom.
Also note that Zora's River is path to power, which is only 1 step, so that's really cool. Really cool. But then again, I don't mind the longer adult 1 play. It always feels a bit weird for me to go child early. There's not much you can do without good songs or.
Yeah, because like the Lost Woods checks are slow, and there's a potential for that to be foolish. That's kind of a mindset that I've got. If Lost Woods can still be foolish, I'll try and put it off. But Ramon's left DC. He's now here doing these hammer checks in Goron City, which will get him a couple of hints as well. Alexis might just rush songs and come back. I don't really know. He's got ZL, which is kind of powerful, but you know the items that he's got are kind of shouting extend adult.
I think it was Spirit to Wisdom.
Spirit Wisdom, yeah.
So we're looking for a child projectile right now. So that we can do stuff there.
And there it is, the child projectile, the bottle. Chuck the bottle.
Yeah, if you throw in the correct direction, you might lower the bridge there.
And this is it. Alexis has got the child projectile. He just needs to steal the slingshot, and then he's off.
That might be a change for season 3. I don't know.
Steal the slingshot.
So I think it's personal taste, but I have been opting to skip this mini game.
Yeah.
Every time I've been doing market checks early, I find market foolish quite shortly after. So I really don't think it's bad to, especially with such low numbers, to skip things that you would normally always do in standard.
Yeah, I think with 1, 6, 10, Boomerang unlocks the hook shot, so I wonder what's in Jabu, like, or something that unlocks the hook shot in Jabu. Yeah, I think it's kind of slow. I think Market, if it is like Barren, is quite likely to be a foolish hinted area because of the amount of checks that it has. And yeah, when it's 1, 10, 6, that 10 might not be available. Just try and get in the first 2 quite quickly might be a good idea.
Long range to courage, cool.
Okay, so Alexis is going to find something to courage
So
here as Ramond gets a bow.
I suppose Boomerang or Rootless Letter will be here.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what song it could be. Maybe Storms for one of those.
Yeah, could be Storms.
But yeah, I think the play by Ramond also is paying off quite well so far. Especially if Alexis is not finding explosive soon.
He's getting a load of hints, which is just really powerful. Like the Goron City hints, he got the Scrub hint there. He could have got the Kakiri Forest stuff and decided to not do that. I actually lost my game versus Mr. Martin last season because I didn't do that exact thing and didn't find the hook shot in Mido's house, which would have got me into the Forest Temple.
Let me close my door in the back because I don't hear anything because the neighbors are busy.
Ooh, it's horse. Interesting. Ravaged Village is the Bolero of Fire.
Alright, back at my spot.
Okay, you missed. It was horse on horse.
Ah, horse on horse. Okay.
Yeah.
Must be very uncomfortable for the lower horse.
Prelude. Okay. That's pretty good for when you do go child.
Yeah, I think this is certainly playing for Ramond.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm much preferring this route. Like, Alexis is, unless he's going to find Serenade here, going to find it tricky to get back to Long Ranch. Oh, Long Ranch. Temple of Time.
Yeah, good point by chat. Courage. If Courage is in GGG, we might be able to skip Jabu altogether.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. That's really interesting.
But we will need a bomb back first, and we have our bow. Maybe strength 2. Unlocks the hookshot, we knew that.
And I will assume that Ramond will be going straight to River here, which will be the path to power. I wonder if that'd be like bomb bag and it being DC potentially.
Yeah, my first thought is always Kokiri Sword when I see just one step in the sphere.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The bombs is certainly a possibility, yeah.
I think in bombs is actually quite unlikely in River because depending on which check this is going to be, that could be your access into Zora's River because 2 of the checks require the hover boots as adult. Ramond opening one chest and deciding that's it. I've had enough of robbing Mido. I'm done.
Yeah, so we can clearly see the difference in playstyles between the two. Alexis just playing more standard. He's just pretty much doing all the checks that he walks past, and Ramond is just doing the high value checks. And yeah, we'll see what will play out more in the end.
Yeah, I think that's a good read that Alexis is playing this more of a standard seed. Maybe thinking, maybe it's because of the path like amounts that he's kind of like. Normally, I remember Alagatua saying before, when you get quite high path imps, then you play more like standard, and when you have quite low ones, you just kind of rush the paths kind of thing. So yeah, maybe Alexis feeling like a full clear of a seed is more appropriate.
Yeah, so in a seed with many wanderers, then Alexis's playstyle is probably better. But if the seed is just entirely hinted, which is possible, then Ramond's playstyle will be the favorite. Okay, Nocturne.
Okay. Didn't really pick up the greatest of songs from this child segment. Nothing that's really kind of effective, because Requiem you can just reverse, and Nocturne, I'm not going in Shadow anytime soon.
Valley to Courage and a big chest.
Oh, there we go. The
Yeah.
Sphere Zero bomb bag.
Bomb bag available in the only available river chest right now.
That Valley hint is going to be so good. Whoa, Jabu to Wisdom!
We knew that, right?
No, we need Jabu to Courage.
Oh, is that? Oh yeah, that's right. Jabu double path. Okay.
Here is overlap. And it's Jabu. Jabu is the overlap. Who would have thunk it?
And with Jabu having only 4 checks, one of them being disabled.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Two-thirds of... Oh, Rutus Letter unlocks the Hover Boots. Ooh. So, Wisdom in Shadow, Pause Champ, Spirit's Wisdom, we knew that one.
Okay, we have pointers, but we don't have anything to follow those pointers. We don't have
Yeah.
room and we don't have root.
Yeah, we've got some good ideas for later on in the seed.
Yeah, I think now it makes sense now to clear DC and clear inside cannons. I think besides the one step being somewhere there, I think there's also path.
Yeah, Ganon's is Path of Wisdom. Ramon's got the bomb bag. Like that piece could just be in the bomb lock checks in DC, that first piece, and then you can go into Ganon's, and that might be a really important item for this child segment.
It's slightly surprising that Ramond goes child here.
Yeah, agreed. Do you think he might have been throwing... He's double checking that Jabu is definitely double. Oh, and that's the scale.
It's a skill that I don't see Ramond picking that up.
I wonder if Ramond read the Valley hint and was like, I've got to go there.
No, the Valley hint was in River, right?
Yeah.
So Alexis doesn't know about it yet. Oh yeah, Ramond is going there, yeah. Yeah, it's probably not a bad thing to go child here. I would make it a short one. You have Prelude.
Yeah, not getting that Valley hint might hurt Alexis in this cycle if it's one of the child locked ones. But was it Valley to Courage? It was. So maybe it's Horse to get the hammer lock check in Valley.
Kek is also path to Wisdom, so we have already 8 path hits collectively.
Wow.
Haven't really been paying attention to which player knows what at the moment.
No, not whatsoever. Back to Wisdom, found a hammer.
Kek to Courage, double path as well.
Courage? What? So hammer, strength. Song was Requiem?
The song was... I think it was Requiem, yeah.
Yeah, because Alexis played it in the graveyard.
We also found the strength and we found the hammer. But Spirit is path to Wisdom. So my bet is Requiem for Wisdom.
Oh, Alexis diving here in the lake. It's to wallet. That's good. We could do bank 2 now. Oh, sorry, wrong game.
So Ramond is starting to pick up skulls with the double Kek hints. But we already found 3 items. I wouldn't be too worried about skulls yet. So Ramond is probably going London range and then into Valley.
Yeah, looks like Alexis is in Lake. Might do the Valley, which he doesn't know is where the hero yet. More Jabu hints.
Shame we can't have Jabu with Path to Power as well.
No, but we could get a third Jabu to Wisdom hint, and that a triple Jabu way of the hero. I would laugh.
I remember a season 5 seed, I think it was, where Jabu was Path and it was a stone. And we found one item, and then we were wondering, should we leave already? And then there was a second item. And I think it was Riley who went all the way to the boss, and there was a third item, and that was
Wow.
it was basically the end of the seed right there.
That's crazy. Alexis on domain, not doing Valley. Not picking up the stick, even though he's only got 4. I'd be sweating with only 4 sticks.
You can pick them up later when you go to Jabu, I guess.
Oh, there's the other Valley to Courage hint.
Oh yeah, that's a very good hint for Alexis to find
Good.
here.
Yeah, very good timing. Mel, I'd be sweating if I had 14 sticks.
Chuckles just likes to dress warmly. So Alex is also doing the domain checks here. I've seen many players skip them here in Triforce Blitz. The domain is also notorious for hoarding Wanderer items that are not really hinted.
We've only got 1 Baron, right? Apparently Fortress was foolish.
Oh, Fortress was? Okay, we have Fire and Fortress then.
Not the most exciting, but it is an Overworld foolish.
Okay, so we expect Ramond to walk out here. No, he's grabbing the Ocarina.
Gonna maybe try and see what the Requiem song is. Hope it's Serenade maybe, but you're going to Valley, not Lake, so Serenade's not.
I can also see a
fantastic.
saving quit into field into Valley. Perhaps you get you a few extra hints. Alexis going Lake Hylia here with the scale. Being really thorough.
Yeah, Domain didn't pull out anything, so in before Domain, foolish. Oh yeah, I wonder if Ramond didn't know that Inside Galen's Castle was...
Yeah, I suppose he didn't know yet. Otherwise,
No, he didn't. No.
I could go there immediately.
It was Colossus. Well, it's Colossus and SFM, so he probably did.
Oh, there was also a hint in SFM? Okay.
Yeah.
I think his route is fine. There was an opportunity maybe to play more aggressive, but in the long run, I don't think it matters too much. Okay, big chest here in field.
Open Grosso. Well, if we know, if our shadow prediction is coming true, then that might be needed.
That would mean that some of the items are not hinted, or that this is the final hint. Because we haven't seen the arrow field hint.
Yeah, it is an overworld one, so the priority wouldn't be given to that hint.
Because you somehow expect that if Rutos and Boomerang are to Wisdom, then they're also on the path of courage.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it might not be. So your bet is actually the adult check with Lock by the Hammer.
I think it's Horse to get that, because Horse is to courage, Valley is to courage. I'm saying Valley Lake is going to suck butt.
That's music to my ears. I'm not making friends in chat, I suppose.
Pick up the heart container at the risk of losing the chicken.
Yeah, I don't think the runners have checked 20. I haven't seen anyone in the Skull House, or maybe I wasn't paying attention.
No, I don't think I've seen it either.
I've also seen very few seats where something was on 20.
It's a blue P. Sucks butt. DC is foolish!
Okay, wow. That's so worth a trip, even if you didn't find anything there.
Yeah, yeah. Valley Lake is good.
Then again, what if the Dongos is the only boss you can beat?
Yeah, and then it's just like inside Ganon's castle. I think Nefarian said that as well. Yeah, that's the only boss.
Yeah, this is why you might want to be reluctant to go to dungeons early. In the group stage, there was a race between Ramond and Rahalia where both of the runners did. They beat DC and then they climbed. And in the Storm's Grotto, there was DC foolish.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's
So,
always which
yeah.
round around you do that.
So yeah, it really tells how important those hints are, especially if there's an important foolish among those.
No, currently Ramond can't cross the gap to get to the Fire Temple. Doesn't have hookshot, doesn't have hovers, and we know Bolero is burning cack. Oh, fire is. Yeah, fire is.
So we have basically two plans, as we can see. So just beat King Dodongo anyway and go to Cannons, or maybe take Eponas to the Hammerrocks. Don't see other opportunities. Oh yeah, Clear Cack is also an opportunity.
You know what would be interesting is in Alexis' shoes, he's got the wallet, so could buy bomb shoes, and so could skip like almost all of DC with the bomb shoes. So for that reason, maybe going to the desert first would be viable.
Yeah, Alexis at least knows he's got to go to the Hammerrocks.
Yeah.
Why is the Mirror Shield there?
Yeah, why is it not in the Spirit Temple?
That's a fourth potential path item in the CAC.
Oh yeah, very good point.
But yeah, you don't have to buy a shield after you just pick up the Mirror Shield.
CAC was to Wisdom and Spirit is to Wisdom, and one of the strengths was there, so I put my money on what that strength being the Wisdom path for Spirit access.
So we have lots of information, but I think there's only two things locked in. So the Bombek and Zora's River is 100% path, and Epona's in Lona Range is 100% path. And the rest is still open or ambiguous.
Yeah.
And this really reinforces my my desire to just beeline all the things that are 100% needed and don't do any extra stuff anymore.
And then you'll have that seed where you walk past the key item and you're like, I'll just do every check again. Like, go through that cycle.
So there's actually two interesting things to notice here. So Ramond didn't do the check down there, but I don't think he saw the DC Foolish hint. He also stopped picking up skulls.
Did he not do the compass check?
I'm not sure if that's a compass check, but he didn't do
the lower one, yeah.
the lower one next to the stairs. Yeah.
I guess he knows he's rushing this this 1 and 2, isn't he? He knows that the bomb bag is Way of the Hero and the hammer and strength are available, so at least he knows whatever is there is not a path item. Might be a wandering item, but it's not a path item.
I think that could still be a path item. But maybe he has found so many hints that he believes that DC is going to be foolish. Or at least not important enough.
Yeah, sorry, I should say that he knows that the bomb bag isn't path for that item, not that there can't be a path item there. I knew what I was saying in my head, it just wasn't coming out right in my mouth.
Yeah, Alexis is still very, very thorough here. And I think the bow was in Lost Woods, right? So that's one of the things he didn't find then.
Yeah, in the grotto there. Megaton hammer locks Ruto's letter.
Okay, well then letter is hammer rocks then 100%.
Here's a bomb bag.
Oh,
ooh, choose. Okay. Okay, so that hammer is path. And so the hammer is both path of courage and wisdom. Because if it locks Ruto's letter and we need Jabu for both of those, then it's locked into both.
I would be super surprised if Rutos is not in a check that Alexis is going to check right now.
In GTG?
No, in the
or in the hammer rocks?
Also with the hammer to Ruto's letter hint and the Kudo Valley path.
Yeah, it's surely Ruto's letter is sitting in this Gerudo Valley spot. If you don't think it's going to be here, press 1 now.
I wouldn't even peek. I would just step down and go.
It's marked on your tracker already. It's really
Okay, I'm glad I'm not making a fool of myself here.
Alright, Tobias and KLO owe me a drink. That's it.
And we also add 1 to the King Dodongo death counter.
Yay! We've been in a dungeon.
I don't want to know the number, how often King Dodongo has been killed in this game.
I wonder, yeah, like the ratio compared to other bosses.
Yeah, that as well. I'm not sure if King Dodongo is the first boss you kill in Hundo. Or in the other category. It was speedrun very often.
Pass.
Maybe chat can help us out there. What's the first
Oh, in
boss
Hundo glitch list
Hundo?
it might be. No, Hundo glitched. I think it is. I've watched that route quite a bit. Or do you just enter the boss room and then leave? I can't remember. Oh, we've got to wait for the Gerudo guard. There she is. Herox doing the OoTR god's work by removing cutscenes.
I think the one at the end of the game where you kill Ganon should stay for the snipe value.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That can't be removed. That's not allowed. Talking of slow cutscenes, here comes another.
I think the item will be available here in Ganon's castle.
Yeah, for 3 strengths.
I think Boomerang makes sense here. I think we need to find Boomerang early.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's also very possible.
Was that the power piece?
That's the power piece.
Ah, okay. Nefarian is 1 ahead about 20 minutes ago. Ooh, Song of Time. Let's go. Alexis falling through the sand. I've not seen this setup before for...
I think the unlock-ins are not correct. They're from the last, maybe the last seed we streamed here.
It's long shit.
Ooh, could that be path?
Spirit is.
Oh, we need to do Twinkling Spirit. Yeah, that might very well be path.
Yeah. Not found the boomerang yet. Alexis struggling with what's in the wasteland here. And here comes
The most obnoxious trick in the game.
the best trick in the game. Here we go. 6 across, 8 back. Into the corner. 3 side hops. Crouch dab. Back flip over. Heel turn. 2 slices. There we go.
Ah, yeah, I know Ramond has been practicing this.
Somebody's been watching my video. Let's just say that.
Oh no, Alexis, that's not good.
Yeah, he's struggling with that one, which is yeah, I've not seen that setup before.
First try bow extension, let's go.
Let's go. Clearly doesn't use the C stick for his C buttons. Also, like, Alexis is crossing the wasteland when he has Requiem and can't do the wasteland check.
Yeah, sometimes it's
Question mark.
your brain is fried with all the seeds that you're doing during the week. I don't know.
Oh, he was buying shoes. He was doing the. He was
Oh, he
actually
was
doing what I said he was. I even said to do that.
Yeah, that makes sense actually. I was paying more attention to Ramond. But yeah, Alexis is clearing GGG here. He doesn't have bomb back. That's actually kind of a problem. But we did predict that there might be something here in GGG.
Yeah, there were some calls in chat for the end game to be here.
Oh, there's another big chest here in
Yeah.
King's Castle.
Disappointing Ramond didn't get rewarded for that hookshot list there. There's your rang.
Yeah, I kind of was expecting the ring to show up here because it's kind of the access for the rest of the seed.
Mm-hmm. So now we know it's not child projectile for Spirit Temple. There's a big chest here in GTG.
Oh, that's actually very good for Alexis.
It's a bum bag.
Actually, now he can actually clear a lot of stuff here. If he has a shield. Does he have a shield?
Oh, Sag, yeah.
Doesn't look like he has a shield.
Doesn't have a bow for the bow checks either.
But yeah, Ramond is on his way to Rude's Letter as well. And
He's off, yeah.
seems to be in a clear lead right now.
Yeah, it feels like he's got good direction, already got a piece, has quite a lot of stuff to get the other pieces, or the other kind of path areas in Jabu. Oh, doesn't have the letter yet, but he will have the letter, so that's fine.
So chat is already starting the calculation. So Bombek and Rang is 2. Hammer Epona, Rude's Letter is 3. There is a skill. No need Zell to hand in the letter. So I guess that makes 5 indeed.
And there's the light arrows.
Yeah,
Alexis playing this like a standard seed, so might collect 6 medallions and go beat Ganon at some point.
yeah. I still think it would be nice to have a rule set where that is possible to beat Ganon instead of finding the pieces.
Yeah, and get the bonus piece.
I've seen Floosh play some Triforce Blitz seeds where you had like 5 medallions at 1.5 hours, except the one in DC.
That's crazy.
And we have a look at the 20 hint here.
Ramond will have letter in about 5 seconds.
It's actually really cool that he doesn't have hookshot yet, so he did right at the chest here.
Yeah, he got yeeted straight out. Time save. Okay, well, I wonder where Ramond is going. Spoilers, it's Jabu.
Yeah, well, let's speculate what we find in Jabu. I think there's not many options. I think the seed pretty much told us already.
Yeah, we had an unlocked hint, didn't we, for, was it letter? Boomerang, hookshot, letter, hover boots, so hookshot and hover boots.
Yeah, that would be my first guess. And if it's something else, then we know that the other is quick after.
Yeah. Yeah, so this courage is 6, and we've got Ruto's Rang. It might not be the hook shot in that path selection. It's definitely Opponents, it's definitely Hammer. Bombag. What's Bombag doing? What's Bombag chilling?
Bombag was on power.
Bombag's on power, might not be on wisdom and courage though.
But so far, Bombag is our access to get to Ganon's castle.
Aye. Aye. Absolutely.
We know the Bombag is path for power at least, so it's probably also path for wisdom and courage at this point.
Yeah. Okay, Alexis now in Foolish DC just to beat a dungeon to get into Ganon's castle.
Yeah, it feels kind of bad, but you have choose and you can just beeline the boss. It is what it is. Alexis has to make up a lot of ground on Ramond still.
Yeah, he's gonna get to. He's gonna beat KD. He's gonna go to Ganon's. I don't know whether he knows the hook shotless strat, but it won't matter because he just needs to climb. And then he'll have all the tools then for Jabu.
Yeah, if Alexis just proceeds on this path and goes to Ganon, then she's like 10 minutes behind.
Yeah, if this becomes a straight line for Ramond, then this could be over pretty. Well, I say pretty quickly. It's probably deep in shadow the other piece, but
Ramond?
he's got ZL, so that's all right. But there'll be little opportunity for Alexis to catch up.
That's also a skill. Only lose the chicken if you have ZL.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't have ZL, then you're lining that shit up.
And another king that don't go bites the dust.
Also, interesting point that if hover boots and hookshot are in here, in Jabu, then Actually, or if it leads to one of them, then it would be impossible to beat Volvagia as the boss to get into Thingamajiggy because we can't access the Fire Temple.
Yeah, and there doesn't seem to be a way to get to Bolero either at this point. Maybe you can do ice for Bolero. But fire is foolish anyway, so... Okay, well, suppose we find Hookshot and Hook hovers here. What is next? Spirit is still an option.
Well, what if the thing that saves Alexis, the seed, is the Din's Fire? Like, is Ramond going to field to pick up the Din's Fire if it isn't Shadow? Because I was just thinking, like you said, like what's next? Like, well, you got to think about what you can do. Like, it's clearly pointing you towards Shadow, but we don't have the magic between either runners. So Shadow's kind of out. So then you've got to be thinking about the sixth path and where that potentially could be. You've got to start looking for stuff that's hookshot locks. And probably the Forest Temple, I would say it's a shout, but it's not hinted. And we have Overworld hints, so Overworld hookshot lock stuff?
Yeah, it's kind of a tough call. We still need to find the 10th path hint. Might very well be field.
Could be, could be.
Because I'm thinking maybe the songs come into play. So we are able to beat Fire and Jabu soon. Forest is still locked behind a few things.
Yeah, chat is right that actually hookshot would be the sixth path hint. So, yeah, GTG. We also know Spirit's Way of the hero, but we don't have Strength 2 yet.
Yeah, it looks like we can pretty safely say that Hammer and Requiem are going to be path in CAC. So the strength is probably not going to be path in CAC.
Mm-hmm.
And the Mirror Shield also might not be path.
Yeah, we could be in a bit of a casino for a second strength, potentially.
So one of the first things that comes to mind when you find Hookshot being the last item on the path is Spirit Trial, but of course we've seen that already.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Ooh,
GGG.
just imagine if it was that, though. Imagine there was a piece in that Spirit Trial. Wow.
Yeah, I have known... I found out the hard way that Spirit Trial is very important, and you need to learn Bomb Extension when you play this game out.
Ah, yes, yeah. Very... Bow Extension's one of those tricks that's powerful. Once you know it, it's very easy to execute. It's just learning the timing for the button presses can be a bit of a troll.
I can't wait for the moment I also need to learn the hookshotless jump there.
Hey, I know a great video for that one on my YouTube channel.
Big chest, oh boy.
Oh, what? That's a big chest in Jabu? Oh my god, it's the harder date. Also, Sag, that it wasn't on the early two checks, and we have to kill Baronet.
Yeah, that was the most likely scenario that you have to beat Jabu and also go to the back. But yeah, also you're not really 100% comfortable if you do find the two items in the first two checks.
Yeah, like you said in that scene, that I think even if I did get two, I probably would still kill Baronet. Like,
Also,
you're never going back at
killing Baronet is also very satisfying. So
that is true. Yeah.
if you do it correctly, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing to look out for is whether the wisdom is also needs all the items required by courage. I have a suspicion that courage will have at least one or two items that are not on the path to wisdom.
Did you see that Baronade there? It was like stunned, but still spinning. Here's Child Spirit.
Yeah, I do like the Child Spirit play here.
We're the hero.
It gives you some extra thinking time if you find a weird item here, and then you have all job to think about what that might mean.
Sword.
Oh, wow.
So it wasn't the hook shot.
So, does that mean Kokiri's sword is going to be in Deku? Oh, sorry, the piece is going to be in Deku.
But we found our hover boots. If it was like hover boots hook shot, that would make more sense. No, sorry, if it was hook shot Kokiri sword, it would make more sense. But hover boots Kokiri sword.
Yeah, that might just be a hook shot on the volcano.
Yeah. Yeah, the hover boots lock the hook shot.
I'm not sure if it locks many other things at this moment.
And a bit we'll see slapdash save quit here into Kokiri Forest to head towards Deku Tree.
What does Deku give us? A green medallion. That might also be an important song. I can see maybe storms at the end of Deku, and then maybe, I don't know, hookshot in the well. Oh no, wait, it's not locked by hovers then. It doesn't need to be locked by hovers.
I think it's so the sword is the courage one to get us the courage piece. So
Yeah, I would write down Kokiri's word for courage and then hovers for wisdom for sure. But who doesn't? It's also very likely that Kokiri's word is also a path for wisdom.
yeah, potentially.
The hookshot needs to be somewhere, and I think hovers only locks one check at this point, just a volcano. But Kokiri's word locks a bit more, and also locks a song.
Yeah, it could just be hovers for the crossing the gap in the Shadow Temple, and then the sword also. Well, that would also put the sword, like you said, the sword on the. If it is Hya or locked by Hya.
Yeah, there's not much need to speculate. I think the Deku will just give us the answers.
Okay, Ganon's is double path.
Oh, then that sling is also path. Okay, then it's more likely that it's either Goma or just beating Deku.
Yeah, that puts beating the song, maybe Storm's there in a powerful position. Big chest here in Deku.
I know, I have the feeling that this seed is going to be very straightforward and that you don't have to think about weird things like Shadow 2. I might be wrong though, but so far the seed has been quite straightforward.
Okay, pieces there, so that makes sense.
Ramond is just cruising.
Yeah. So let's have a look. The Ganon's hints were Colossus, SFM, and Deku Tree. So if Ramon's tracking hints correctly, he would know that this is triple and has a slingshot from Ganon. So it's likely going to head towards Goma here target in the woods as well. I don't think we've seen that.
But Sling might just be needed for beating Deku.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we know it's not Bolero. We know it's not Minuet. So we're left with Saria's Suns and Storms. Where is this definitely not going to be then? So, like, where have we not checked that it's not? So, Forest? Minuet is too deep. Minuet and Saria's is too deep, right?
Yeah, Minuet is behind Forest even. Because you need to beat Forest to get Minuet. Serious? I don't know where Serious is.
Saria's could be an ice. So maybe not scratch off Forest yet. Fire's foolish. Water? We don't have the iron boots.
I don't know. I think I just would prefer to see if Hookshot is here or if the song maybe might lead us to Hookshot, and then I will count how many items we have. Because if Hookshot is behind Kokiri Sword, then we need to count Kokiri Sword, and otherwise we need to count Hover only.
Mm-hmm. Water is foolish. Thanks, chat. Missed that one. That means we're definitely not finding a hint for that Din's Fire in Hyrule Field.
I don't think Alexis found anything there, did he? So it must be Adult Spirit then, where we need to find something.
Hmm. Oh, Ramond going to Child Spirit, following the footsteps here.
Yeah, so Ramond's plan is just Child Spirit, pick up the song from Deku. I have high suspicion that it's going to be Storms. Then Hookshot might not be far away.
Trying to peek that arch item from that position can be risky, but I don't seem to get a good look at that.
And I'm pretty sure that Ela has patched out Turnover as being able to have pieces. Almost lost the shield there, that was kind of lucky.
Yeah, that was pretty pog. I didn't think Alexis climbed here, did he not?
I think Alexis climbed, yeah.
Okay. Oh, he did, yeah.
Okay, so it looks like the logic at least tells us that to go to Adult Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Strengths don't seem to be path.
Okay.
I think we have pretty much all hints accounted for now. We just don't know what the 10th hint is.
Still need a magic, if it is Shadow or Trial 2.
Yeah, I can see magic in Spirit actually.
Mm-hmm.
What else would it be?
Yeah.
Could be Longshot, yeah, but what does Longshot lock then? Oh yeah, Longshot and Novus give you Shadow Trial too. Wow. Yeah, it's a bit too early to count Dins as being required. It's not hinted at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and if it's hovers and long shot, we wouldn't need magic either.
Okay, let's hypothesize again. So let's say Kokiri Sword gives us storms, which leads to hook shot. I think we are already at 8 then. We need to Wanderer Strength somewhere. I think there's still a few possibilities for the seed to go.
Yeah. Ooh. Alexis. With a snazzy little jump there. Ooh, both runners getting hit by Baronet today. And Alexis getting yeeted again, but he's in the final phase, it's fine.
Okay, so Ramond is clearing up Cloud Spirit, Alexis clearing up Baronate, and the difference now is pretty much Deku. And the hiking around surrounding that, so like 8 minutes.
Yep, there's the sword for Alexis. Headed into the Deku tree now, more than likely. No reason why not. Ramond back to child, or still child, I should say.
Checking the target maybe.
Yeah, prudent. And then would assume adult is in his future. No, we've not seen the Deku song yet, KLO.
Oh, that's strength 2. Wow.
Ooh, there's the slingshot, potentially. Ooh, that puts it spicy.
It's really a big brain play by Ramond to remember that this is important.
Yeah. Yeah, especially as he came back for it as well. Because he could have done it straight after Deku, but then...
What's the song here?
Back with him.
It is Storms, okay. But I think you can still go Spirit first now.
Yeah, I think chat worked out that maybe the sword might have put us a path too deep, potentially, but now with the slingshot giving that strength and the rest of Spirit still needs to be explored, I think that's a very wise choice.
Alexis still doesn't have the bow, but it doesn't look like bow is that important this heat.
No, interesting. Unless it's Mirror Shield locked.
We're already cleared the child side, so don't have to worry about being locked out here. We also have a key already.
Keys.
Can the hookshot be here? Let me think.
In Spirit?
I don't think hookshot can be here, right? Because this is not locked by... by Boomerang. Bombs leads to the slingshot, and the slingshot leads you to that strength.
Yeah.
And we have found out 3-0 strength. So. But yeah, it's 2 versus 2 now. With Alexis being approximately, let's say, 8 minutes ahead in progression.
Yeah, Alexis has got to remember to do this target in the woods, though. There's a big chest.
It's a pretty hard call to make to check target in the woods.
He's going.
It is magic, okay.
Spicy magic, okay.
I still think we need to continue. We can't be sure that that's going to be the path item.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like what the... If it isn't... I guess Shadow requires a hook shot, doesn't it? Deeper in.
I have the feeling that Shadow is going to be too deep, but maybe someone in chat can work the exact numbers out. Shadow Trial 2 might be it, yeah.
This is frustrating for Ramond because he doesn't have a hook. He doesn't have FW, so this big chest that's on the hand here, if he decides to continue, he's going to have to save quick to get back to the adult side of Spirit.
This is not the way that hovers can lock a hook shot.
That's it. It's the ice arrows. There we go. You gotta leave. He's leaving.
It's a tough call to make, I think. I think you just go back in. He does go back in, okay.
Do you do Twin Rover? Like, I get going in and doing more checks, absolutely. But do you waste the time doing Twin Rover?
I think Twin Rover is not on the cards.
Well, you don't have a hook shot at the moment, so you can't do Twin Rover. But
I think it still needs to revolve around hover somehow. I think Mirror Shield is also going to add too many items to the chain.
So the hook can't be in a dungeon location, right? Because otherwise that would have been a dungeon location that's not the Spirit Temple, because it would need to be hinted, right?
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
The hook shot. I'm trying to think where the hook shot is, and it can't be in a dungeon. Otherwise it would be hinted.
We're still missing one dungeon hint, or one path hint.
No, I think we're done.
Or did we find the last hint?
Yeah, Ganon's
it was double path.
waft was...
Oh yeah, I just see you being double, that makes 10, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hookshot is not going to be in a dungeon then. It could be just the volcano, that would still make sense. That's going to be behind hovers then.
Yeah.
Maybe if Ramond can big brain the strength, maybe I can big brain the hookshot on the volcano.
He's only got 4 hearts. Don't get yeeted.
He's fine there.
Nice one, GG's.
Yeah, so the trick is to always be a little bit on the right side of the guy. Yeah, it could still be forest, but if you think it's going to be forest, then you have to tell me first where the song is to get to forest.
Yeah, the only real option is...
Because the song is going to be on the path, because forest locks minuet. Oh, it's a bow.
Oh, wow. I wonder if that will lead Alexis astray at all. The only songs that we haven't checked are Ice. Is that it?
What song did Alexis just pick up?
Oh, and Crater. Saris?
Okay, so
I was trying to like play the song that he just played on the ocarina in my head to calculate what it was.
Actually, I'm going to make a list of all the items now because it's a bit fuzzy.
Yeah, is Forest in?
Then oh we do have Serias now.
Oh, nice back-to-back bows for Alexis.
Oh yeah. Okay, so if Kokiri Sword was 6, then Hovers is also 6. Agreed. Then Serias is 7. Let's say Magic is 8. Slingshot 9.
But why would you need magic?
Oh yeah. Did we find anything else in Spirit? I don't think we did.
No. The ice arrows.
They don't act as blue fire arrows in these settings.
Ooh, Alexis magic to get first hook on Shadow Trial 2. Which would be in now. If Ramond had a fire source.
Alexis playing peekaboo.
And yeah, it could be in IGC because we have had IGC hints.
Yeah, it might be the case that Sling is not path indeed.
And Sling is not path. Yeah, and Sling is not path.
Okay, so the Dins is actually Alexis is out right now, if that's the theory. Until the fire arrows show up somewhere.
Boy, they.
So then the fire source is path is Wanderer, and the magic is path then, presumably. Usually the other way around. So Ramond might actually be a little bit might be punished here for not doing Child Crudo Valley, and because he realized that it's probably behind the rocks, right? So he didn't do field into Crudo Valley.
No.
So if he was able to work that out, then he feels really smart. Hey, I didn't do Child Crudo Valley, but that's the reason why he's missing out on the Dins right now.
Yeah.
This game can be a little bit cruel at times.
It's just these settings as well. It's just like the variance is very high. Kind of, it's not even a mistake, isn't it? Because it's just like not hinted location. Like the check kind of sucks in general. The area sucks.
Yeah, I see what you mean, that there's a high variance, but I still think there's also still some difference in playing level.
Well, we were saying right at the start that Ramond was playing like a seasoned Triforce Blitz player, and Alexis was playing like a seasoned Standards player, and it seems as though that kind of clearing the seed early on is working in Alexis' favour. I thought Ramond was going to try and hover over to that wall there, and I was like, "Use that."
Okay, so we do have all the path hints. We do have 3 unlock hints. We do have 4 barons, I think. Is there still room for a Wanderer? Maybe someone in chat can point it out for us. Or is that all the spots taken?
Yeah, because we've had 3 unlock hints, haven't we?
No Wanderer hints, okay. Yeah, the Wanderer is what makes the seed hard. That it doesn't exist. Yeah, Kek is double path, but I'm pretty sure that Requiem and Hammer are both path in Kek for Requiem for Wisdom and Hammer for Courage. And also Hammer for Wisdom. But yeah, I do like the theory of Hookshot being on Shadow Trout too.
I love that. That'd be so good. Reminds me of the Cubs on drugs. Fire arrows. In Shadow Trial 2.
Hammer was Fear 0 in the Windmill.
Yeah. Alexis is rich. Let's go. Okay, Ramond back walking.
So he's going to GGG. Yeah, it's kind of a casino for Ramond. I don't think he has good pointers left. It's basically a case to find either Dins or the fire arrows.
But surely, if he's got all the... Well, this would depend if he's got hints. If he's got all 10 hints, then surely he should be checking overworld locations, not dungeon locations.
Yeah, I see your point. I think that's a really hard thing to think about, even if you're an experienced player.
You would have to have all 10 hints as well, and I don't know whether Ramond has got all 10 hints.
I think the point is not necessarily that he needs to have all 10 hints, but I think the point should be that he... Yeah, well, yeah, he does need to have all 10 hints, but also there should be an overworld hint on the thing you're still looking for. Because if Wisdom only had dungeon hints, I think there could be one more dungeon item.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, Wasteland is also a possibility then.
Yeah, I like that kind of idea from chat if the hovers is locking it, but Ramond's not checking it anytime soon.
But I still think Shadow 2 is more likely then, because Sling can always be counterfeited by some other Sling. And Haunted Wasteland wasn't hinted. But it can't be hinted because we would have 11 path hints then.
Did Alexis just walk past a target in the woods?
Yeah, he might. That's not good.
Huh.
Oh, twice, wow. Yeah, Alexis really needs that strength to bring himself back into the game. Even if he doesn't know that again it's a double path, the target is probably one of the fastest checks you can do that are on the way of things.
Yeah, this is. I know many a runner who skipped past that target check. Mentally clocks it off on their list.
And Ramond having to beat the guard without the hookshot. Not even using the bow. Okay, will the fire arrows be here?
Yeah, even though Alexis has been in GTG, the number of checks we've seen in GTG is maybe not even half. I guess we've seen them peeked a lot of the maze. There's a big chest.
This is the one you didn't see.
Yeah. Titties.
But yeah, still not strength 2 for Alexis. That is worrying.
Yeah, walking past that is Wonka S.
I do think there's another strength available, so he might find one, maybe in bottom of the well.
Absolutely.
That would still mean that the sling locks 2 strengths. Oh, he also didn't beat Deku. That's another problem then.
Oh yeah, 'cause he's not gonna get. No, we know it's Saria songs, but it could have been Storms for him.
That for sure gives Ramond a bit more air to look for the fire arrows that he doesn't have. Or the dints in field. But yeah, when do you route that in? Most people just leave Hierophil to the end.
Ron's struggling with this Floor Master, Wall Master, whatever you want to call them, pick up here. But probably got it with that.
It's time somebody found us a setup for Hoop Shottless Forest.
Yeah, we're seeing bomb hovering. Oh wow, nice first time rollers there without any kind of lineup.
Yeah, I wonder if this is actually the fastest way to clear this room, to lure the Wolfos in.
Yeah, sometimes you get it. I think it's very variable. Sometimes you get it quite well. Sometimes they can be a bit trolly. I know a couple of runners who do it like that as well. And I'm like, I think I prefer the consistency of, you know, kind of being slow rather than the variability of it.
So where's Alexis going? Maybe back to GCD as well from the other side?
Yeah. I wonder if Alexis did the back of Deku hint before going into Deku. If he didn't, he wouldn't know that Ganon's is double. But was there one in the DMC grotto according to the sheet that he might have got? So, yeah, I'm trying to think why. Well, rather than just oversight, kind of like why clear Gomer and do the slingshot game.
And maybe he didn't realize it was the Green Medallion, or maybe he thinks it's going to be too deep if he.
Yeah.
The logic there.
So we're currently in a position where either runner, or both runner, is missing an item that the other runner has. So Ramond is looking for any kind of fire source, which we know that one is in Hierophil Grotto, and Alexis missing the magic, which is Path in Spirit.
There's not a sling. That seems important for the logic. Oh, that's behind hook shot, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so far that is locked by the sling.
Another big chest.
Presumably. Oh wow, we're done. Oh, that's surprising.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh!
I guess that's also how seeds can go sometimes.
Ah! That's
Shoutouts to Ramond, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that was the fire chest, which is technically hammerlocked, but
Yeah, why look for hookshot if you can just pretend that you already have it?
there we go.
Well done by Ramond, GG's.
I don't think anybody here was expecting that. Definitely a potential, but it kind of leaves the question of like filling in the gaps for us now, doesn't it? Like we said very early on that the end game was before we got distracted by path hints. Can't believe we have to have path hints here.
So let's see if the Tobias is available, so we can ask the runners if they want to come in for the interview.
Yeah.
Tobias is around.
So once we have the spoil log available, we'll have to check to see if anything was in Shadow Trial 2 and what was in Shadow. Yeah, GG's Ramond. Yo, Ramond, GG's.
GG's.
Hello, hi, GG.
That was an unexpected finish, at least for us. What did you think?
Well, I was hoping it was not in forest.
Yeah. Very true.
Because I thought if I still need a fire source for... I mean, I'm strongly assuming hookshot is in Wasteland, because that's the only way magic and hovers make sense. And if hookshot is the last step, then yeah, there's like a chance that I could get lucky in GTG, or I probably lost because I was too, I skipped too many checks and any of them could have been a fire source. So, yeah.
Yeah, you were... I mean, comparing the two different styles today, it's been really interesting because you've definitely had the more, I know, natural Triforce Blitz approach of kind of rushing the path hints, rushing the hints, kind of, like you said, skipping slow stuff, skipping kind of extraneous stuff. And Alexis has been, playing more like a standard player, doing a lot of things like early Child Locked Words. He did Hyrule Field, which had Din's Fire, which is one of the checks that we thought, and unfortunately Alexis is missing Strength 2 from Target in the Wood.
Yeah, that one. So as soon as I saw the double IGC path hint, I was like, okay, first of all, the first time I was in Ganon's Castle, I was thinking, okay, got a slingshot, maybe that's what, back when I was had only like one pass hint for a castle.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, hopefully it's not the slingshot for Child Spirit.
Child Spirit logic, yeah. That's what we said as well.
Yeah, and then there was like the Rangin up there, so it was okay, everything is good. Everything's fine now. And then I see like the other castle hint in back of Deku. And I was like, what? There was like nothing else there. And I was considering whether it could have been in Light Trial, but I felt like it would be too deep in the seed because I was like already 7 steps in the seed. And then I somehow, I think after doing Child Spirit, during Child Spirit, I remembered that the slingshot, it might actually be the second pass, which is why I then backtracked to Target in the Woods, and it ended up being that way, really, and especially with Storms being behind Deku, so it made even more sense that way. But yeah, I was assuming hookshot to be in Spirit, but it got a bit scary when I just found the magic, and I was like, it doesn't make any sense because Shadow is way too deep. Spirit didn't even have any magic locked keys or anything, so there was like nothing there logically. So why magic? And then later, just like I think at the top of Adult Spirit or so, while I was on my way to the Crater song, it clicked that Hovers, because the Hovers also didn't make any sense with Foolish Fortress, because I was on my way to check the Volcano Crater, the heart piece on the Volcano, because that might still be like the Hovers locked hook or something.
Yeah.
But then I realized, okay, magic and Hovers, it has to be Wasteland actually. So, and I was like, okay. So I have two approaches here. Either I look for a fire source, which is why I also did like a couple of over checks there in the area, or the other possibility was just to rush GTG and hope it's there and I can
just
get it.
Just to grind GTG. Well, because we said like if you're looking for a fire source or looking for something, then maybe checking overworld checks would be a stronger approach if you knew all the hints and kind of had all the dungeons resolved. And you were in GTG, and yeah, we were surprised to find the piece there, because we were kind of suspecting like Shadow Trial 2 maybe having something. Maybe that's the hook shot in there. And then
I was also
that area is hook locked.
Yeah, I was also considering like Shadow Trial 2, but I was like, it's, you know, Longshot is so far away, and Din's no idea. And
Yeah.
Hookshot is still pass. I think that's one of the big things. Hookshot was pass hinted, so that's one of the main reasons I did not want to chase Shadow Trial 2 in a way. Except, of course, if like Hookshot locks both fire sources or so, but I wasn't convinced about that. It would have been very convoluted. So I guess my first play if GTG had turned up empty would have been well, I think, because maybe the slingshot doesn't lock two strengths, but maybe it locks both fire sources, which maybe. So I was having a hard time like thinking about the logic that late, but somehow, yeah, as we could see, I just need to get lucky, then I don't need to worry about that anymore.
Would you like to be spoiled as where Dins is?
Excuse me, I didn't.
Would you like to get spoiled where the Dins is? Because Alexis found it.
You did mention field before.
Oh, was it mentioned before? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I've already said it.
So I was probably not gonna do higher field checks for a while without Serenade. I was considering in the beginning to do like field into Valley as a child.
Yeah.
But somehow, you know,
out of there.
Yeah, with the combination of the hammer and Epona's being pass made me think, oh, it's probably gonna be Hammer Rocks actually, and not Child Valley. So I decided to play more aggressive because I know Alexis is like a pretty strong execution player, and I was like going into this race, I felt like, okay, I'm probably gonna just try to play a bit crazy. I mean, that's also part of the fun of Triforce Blitz, and not worry too much about full clearing everything, so that I might make up some time that way. And this seed, luckily, it turned out pretty well because there were like pretty much no Wanderers. I mean, maybe there were 2 Wanderer strengths, but they were not really important now to the seed. So yeah, it was a ride.
Yeah, from what I can tell, a very impressive showing. You were maybe 8 minutes or so ahead of Alexis all the time on progression. Yeah, of course, the hardest part for you was going to be the fire source, but you didn't need it in the end.
Yeah, also so many big chests in GTG, and they all were like bait, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, the light arrows and things. Actually, I don't think you saw the light arrows, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I got the ice arrows from Spirit.
It's in right hand side of the nave, so you would have seen it next. But yeah, there's more bait in there.
So I guess Alexis went to GTG as well.
Yeah, Alexis' route has been, you know, I think your route had more direction. I think Alexis has been kind of just playing a bit more safe. He got the letter first, because you stayed adult and went up Goron City, and Alexis went child. So had like horse and stuff before, and then went back adult, went straight to get the letter, and then dipped GTG for a bit, but without a bow and without a shield to do any ground jumps. There was very little that Alexis could do. So Alexis could have had that piece.
Yeah, I guess.
Alexis bought a shield.
Wow. Yeah, okay.
That's actually true. Yeah, that's actually true.
Yeah. Alexis could be done. Alexis would have been done on that third pickup if he had a shield.
That's actually kind of crazy to think about. He would have maybe beaten you by 10 minutes or more.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, you mentioned the volcano. The volcano is a bow.
Yeah, because I just picked it in the end. I thought it was like arrows. I didn't see it clearly, but it wasn't anything important that much anyway. Yeah,
Alexis is still rocking here. What do you think of the when you saw Jabu was double wear the hero? Because the meme, of course, is Jabu's and you didn't imagine it to be double path.
I actually had to check like that one hint stone in front.
You did. You went back to the temple of time and checked that hint stone again.
Even though I knew it had to be another one because that one counts double, but I still wanted to double check whether it was like really courage or maybe it was wisdom as well. So Yeah.
Yeah, because that kind of made the path counting easier, because then you know that Rang and Ruto's has to be on both, so that kind of like takes up all of your a bit more of the path hints, kind of makes the path counts a little bit more straightforward to look forward to.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
then finding the Kinkiri sword and like in Jabu, like we just thought it'd be the hovers and hookshot there, but no, when the
Yeah,
Kinkiri sword
same.
was there.
Same. Yeah, and I also full cleared Deku after that, because I was thinking there is still like the chance that the sword actually locks a hookshot, even if it wasn't very likely, because I did have a Deku hint, and I think I had 9 hints at that point, and it wasn't very likely that the last one was going to be a Deku one. But that's like when so at that point I knew, okay, I actually routed the early seed pretty well in Triforce Blitz terms, basically, so I felt not that bad, which is why I started playing a little more conservatively to not actually skip the hookshot.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like it was kind of hard to figure out what the last step would actually be. I didn't expect hookshot to be the last step, actually. But yeah, if you know earlier that hookshot is the last step of wisdom, then maybe you're just gonna like sequence break a bit more stuff, or maybe I would have done GDG earlier. It's
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of things you just don't realize while playing, but I'm still comfortable with how it turned out now. So it's
Yeah, I mean, you've played very well, and of course you're now 1-up against Alexis, so you've got that safety gap. So we'll be looking forward to the next seed between you two. We're gonna raid over to Alexis now, so we're going to watch him finish off the seed. So thanks for coming in and chatting to us, Ramond. It's
Yeah.
been
thank you for a restream and commentary.
no, it's been good fun. Of course, Ramond, who's excellent player. You play Link to the Past as well, is that right, Ramond?
Yes. That's actually my main Randall.
Yeah, and multi-world champion, of course.
Oh, that was just like a bit lucky. Oh, that
So,
was a lot of fun. Yeah.
very very good player. So go and watch Ramond, and of course Alexis is our Challenge Cup champion for the season. So it was a very very interesting match to watch with 2 champions of different formats. So that was very good. Of course, we had is it Skyrius tracking, and Lay Draco and Shannock. Thank you so much, guys and gals. Matt, thanks for hanging out with me.
Likewise.